Hey guys, Sableye VGC here, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Climbing. So, in case you missed last episode, that was a few really good battles in that one, so feel free to go check that out before you watch this one. Of course, if you want to just jump straight into this one, that's fine too. We've got a rating of 1714 here. Currently rocking the kyurem-black Mega Gengar, Infernape, Liepard, and Ferrothorn. So my goal for this game is to somehow hope Battlespot gives me a few Groudons and I can click roleplay with Infernape. I'm yet to do it, and I really want to get it out. I can't speak English. That's how excited I am. No, I'm really not that excited. We are gonna find Mark from the United States, and please have a Groudon. He's not gonna have a Groudon, so the Groudons are hiding. They do not want to get roleplayed by Infernape into a water spout. So, not the greatest of. Not happy with this matchup, but I do still think we can win. We are currently on a 4-game win streak, which I'd say is pretty good for a team that I built in a matter of, what, I think it was 10-15 minutes. But immediately looking at my opponent's team, I don't see an answer to Liepard Gengar. I mean, his only answer to that is Nihilego, and personally, I don't think that's much of an answer at all. So I am going to go with the Liepard Gengar lead. I also think, obviously, that Nihilego is kind of an issue, so maybe I do bring Ferrothorn here. I don't see a reason not to. I think I go Ferrothorn Kyogre. Kyogre? I don't know. Is it Kyogre or Kyogre? Tomato? Potato? I don't know. We're going to jump in with this. So Infernape, once again, going to sit on the bench for this one, because we are yet to find a Groudon. Now, normally you don't really ask to see a Groudon if you want to bring Infernape, but just the fact that it actually gets roleplay, I would really like to get that off. But regardless of that, I'm assuming my opponent is going to go for something like the Nihilego, Kyogre, Duskmane, and the Salamence. The combination of those four in some degree. I mean, he might try to bring Incineroar to beat this Gengar, but I feel like with my Kyogre, he's probably not going to want to bring it out. But we'll find out. Only one way to find out, right? And we're going to find out right now. So, he's got that fist, he's ready to go. He's ready. Of course, I'm still with the basic stance, but Gengar Liepard from my end of the field. You guys aren't here to talk about stances, you're here for Pokemon, I'm assuming. So we got Necrozma and Salamence as a lead, so my prediction of his 4 is still relatively correct. Now the question becomes, like I said at the beginning of the first episode, it's going to be, can I get the 50-50s right with this lead? Personally, I feel like he might try to Tailwind. And if he's going to Tailwind, will he protect Necrozma? He could. He very well could. I think the better of the two plays is something like Fake Out Salamence. I don't know. This is actually super tough. I think Taunt into Salamence and Faking Out Necro is probably my best play. I am going to go for it. Obviously, Fake Out Protect might not be the right option for my opponent, because I do have Encore on this Liepard if he goes for something like the Protect. I'm not sure if he will, but I do have that as an option. Gengar is indeed going to Mega. I don't know why I'm Mega Evolving after Salamence. To me, that personally makes no sense. I know I get the Speed Boost now, so how fast? I'm very confused. Necrozma is going to Protect, that's fine. Fake Out obviously going into the Necrozma, that's fine. And please just go for Tailwind. Salamence goes for Hyper Voice. I don't know. I am very concerned. Do I not have a nature on my Gengar? Did I get the wrong nature on this Gengar? There's a very good chance I just have the wrong nature on my Gengar. And if that's the case, we've just lost. But I am gonna go Shadow Ball, and I'm gonna go into Necrozma here. This is actually super alarming. Like, if he just bursts with Necrozma now, I just lose. So I am actually gonna Protect here on Gengar, and I am going to Encore this Necrozma. Like, this is embarrassing. How are we 4-0 and I haven't noticed yet? But Necrozma is indeed going to burst, so very happy I went for the Encore play. And we're gonna see what this Salamence wants to go for. Gengar is indeed going to go for the Protect. And Liepard's gonna go for the Encore. Obviously, I mean, he could go for a Z-move. Obviously not this turn. Next turn he very well could. And Necrozma is going to Protect. I was kind of hoping he'd get that off, because that would make next turn a little bit easier. And Gengar is going to protect itself from that Hyper Voice, and Liepard's actually going to go down. So I'm actually very curious to what this speed set of this Gengar is. Like, I'm gonna find out right now. We are indeed rocking a 182 speed stat, so to me, maybe I made it modest by accident, or maybe I just didn't even give it a nature. Like, if I just didn't breed it with the... I could have bred the wrong nature here. This could be awful. I don't even know what nature... I don't know. This is just sad. This is why we're gonna lose this game. I do bring in Ferrothorn here. And I simply go for the Gyro Ball Sludge Bomb into the Salamence. Obviously, Necrozma is either forced to protect or burn its Z-move right now. So I will go for Sludge Bomb, and I will go for the Gyro Ball into the Salamence. Maybe I should go for Leech Seed, but I do think this is probably the better play. Obviously, Salamence will be going faster, will be going first, and Necrozma will be as well, most likely. So if he does have that Z-move, he will go for it right now. Necrozma is indeed just going to accept the fact that he's Encored, going to go for that Protect right there. That's perfectly fine. Salamence is going to go for the Double Edge, and that is going to go into Gengar for that knockout. Yep, that's not too surprising. It is slightly unfortunate though. Obviously the recoil damage not going to be immense amount. And Gyro Ball going into Salamence. Okay, that's a decent chunk of damage. If I'm my opponent here, now is my time that I bust my Z-move. This is where I bust the Z-move. So I would be expecting him to pop the Z-move right here. So I will indeed just protect my Kyogre and drop a Leech Seed into this Necrozma. Start stalling things out. Maybe I should be killing the Salamence. In fact, maybe that is the better play. In fact, I will go for the Salamence here. In fact, if Salamence is still taunted, it's even better. It is indeed still taunted, so killing the Mence is indeed the better of the two plays. Kyogre is going to protect, and I am just going to click Gyro Ball into Salamence. That should pick up the knockout. Of course, he might switch out. However, if his last two Pokemon are indeed Kyogre and the Nihilego, I do indeed still have a chance to survive to win this game. So, slightly interesting, but we are going to see. Only in this spot because I can't breed. I can't breed Pokemon correctly, but regardless of that, we still trying to give ourselves a chance. I do have to block out this Z-move. Yep. Let me find it here. There we go. I will indeed block out that Z-move, and I will try to commentate here and hopefully let you guys know where its target is going to go. Hopefully into the Protect, because if he doubles Ferrothorn here, he probably gets that knockout. I know there's no Psychic Terrain, but I would still think he probably picks up a knockout. With a Z-move plus a Hyper Voice or a Double Edge into the Ferrothorn, that would be probably a pretty safe bet. I mean, I could have protected the Thorn as well, though. So he's still letting this giant ball of light go around him. It is indeed going to go into the Kyogre slot. So very happy I clicked Protect. And we're going to see how much damage this actually does right now. Not too concerned. I mean, it should be doing around 25%. I don't have a lot of ball. I actually did a lot less than I expected. I mean, hopefully the little bit at the end of that Z-move doesn't get me copyrighted. Salamence does go Protect into the Kyogre, and Gyro Ball going for the kill into the Salamence. So Ferrothorn sitting on the field in absolute perfect position. And we're going to see what we get. We are going to see this Kyogre from my opponent here. And I am simply going to click Leech Seed into the Ogre. Well, for a second I thought it was going to be like Choice Scarf or something. But we are going to see Leech Seed into this Kyogre here. And I am going to click Ice Beam into the Necrozma. The other thing I could do is double the Necrozma with an Ice Beam and a Gyro Ball. Pick up the Necrozma and then deal with this Kyogre after. However, I feel like getting the recovery is a little bit more important, because that's going to be my way I win this game. I'm not going to win this game by out-damaging him here. It's going to need to be a slow, stall-out kind of thing. And hopefully if it is that Nihilego in the back, then we're actually in a decent spot. Could be Incineroar. That also wouldn't be surprising either. Like I said in Team Preview, he might want to try and make a case for that. Really, one of his only answers to Ferrothorn. So we'll see what my opponent wants to go for here. He is going to swap out of that Necrozma. It is indeed going to be Incineroar. So bring that onto field, in my opinion, slightly early. Unless, of course, this Kyogre has something like Thunder from my opponent. There is a chance I am going to be faster than it next turn, though, which is still super, super important. Kyogre obviously going to go for the Ice Beam, obviously going to do nothing into this Incineroar. So that's alright. Kyogre is going to go for Scald, and this is probably going to go into Ferrothorn. No, just trying to get rid of Kyogre. That makes sense too. Not very effective. No burn, which is very, very important. And Leech Seed is going to go off. So seeing the fact that I was the faster Kyogre last turn, means that I'm willing to bet that I'm guaranteed to be faster here. I mean, it could be a speed tie. That wouldn't surprise me either, but I am just going to click Origin Pulse, and I am not going to worry about Leech Seed right now. Although I'm going to protect Kyogre here, I think, is more likely, because he's going to fake out the Ogre. And I'll Leech Seed this Ogre. He could double out. I was just about to say that. He could double out back into Necrozma here, which is a bit annoying, because now I'm actually probably going to lose this game. I should have just Water Spouted like my first intentions were, but of course, I played myself. Obviously, I played myself when I built my Gengar here. But Ferrothorn going for the Leech Seed. And Necrozma gonna lose some health here. Kyogre gonna lose. Yeah, his Kyogre's gonna lose some health here. And basically now I'm forced to go for a double protect, and even getting that doesn't necessarily win me the game. However, though, if I do I think I can live a Photon? If I potentially live a Photon, guys, there's a chance to. I am going to Ice Beam, and I am going to go for a Gyro Ball into this Necrozma. I think trying to live the Photon is the better of the two plays. Necrozma is going to go for the Photon Geyser. I don't think I'm going to live. I mean, I have no bulk whatsoever. This should kill me. Kyogre does survive with 32 HP. Kyogre is indeed going to drop the Ice Beam into Necrozma. And is going to pick up that knockout. Well, it's not going to, but the Gyro Ball will. Kyogre is indeed going to go for Scald. Can this target the Ferrothorn instead? No, it will not. Kyogre is going to die, and that will end the game. That will put a dramatic... Actually, however, this game is not over. He still has a Kyogre on the field. Hold up, this game's not over. He still has the rain in effect. So he has to find a way to hit my Ferrothorn here. So things get interesting now. Alright, things get a little bit more interesting now. He could potentially go for the fake out. Obviously there's just Iron Barb's chip damage. Not sure if he really wants to go for something like that. And obviously I can protect whatever he goes for off in the future turns. So I am indeed going to drop a Leech Seed into Incineroar here. Maybe protecting this turn is the better play, but I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Incineroar is indeed going to go for fake out, so should have protected maybe. Obviously going to get a little bit of the Iron Barb's damage there, which is great. Okay, we're going to go for the Ice Beam, so he's going for it. He's going for his win con. He knows what his win condition is right here. Ferrothorn is going to flinch, so thankfully not going to get the word that I'm not going to speak of. We all know what he was potentially going for right there. I'm not going to speak of it. I'm not even going to bring it up anymore. We're going to go back on this game, and I'm going to click Leech Seed into this Incineroar. Basically, I need to start stalling out this Incineroar. If this Incineroar has a berry, things get really, really interesting. Kyogre is indeed going to go for another Ice Beam here. Going to go into Ferrothorn as well. That's fine. Incineroar is going to go for a U-turn into himself. So very smartly trying to kill his Kyogre here. But things are getting interesting now. Things are getting interesting now. So some very creative plays from my opponent. And I do agree with that. Targeting your own Kyogre here is 100% the correct play. He's got to get that thing off the field before I can kill his Incineroar. Hopefully this Incineroar doesn't have a berry. That would be fantastic. I'm assuming he will though. Most Incineroars do have a berry. I wish Ferrothorn had roleplay. I could just roleplay this Ogre right now. I'd win the game. Yo, that would actually be so smart. Maybe I should look into that. Does Ferrothorn get roleplay? I feel like it might. No, there's no way Ferrothorn gets roleplay. There's no way Ferrothorn gets roleplay. Basically, I need to start power weapon this Incineroar right now, but I'm probably going to lose this game because my opponent is very smart. But, okay, I'm going for the Ice Beam here. Gonna go into Ferrothorn, not gonna do a lot. Incineroar gonna U-turn his own Kyogre again. Ferrothorn is going to go for the power up and miss. That's basically gonna seal the deal here. Unless, of course, he doesn't have a fire type move. But I feel like if he didn't have a fire type move, he would have just been targeting my Incineroar here. Or my Ferrothorn. I am gonna protect this turn, just to see if potentially there's a chance. Like, protecting here might give me a chance, might put him in, like if I miraculously survive on one from a Flare Blitz, I don't even think that's possible, but I am going to protect and see if I can get it off. Ferrothorn is going to go for the protect. We're going to see what this Flare Blitz goes for. Flare Blitz, yep, so he does have it. Bit annoying. How many protects do you guys think I'll need? I'm going to go for 2 more protects. I'm just going to go for protect. Ferrothorn going to protect. I am going to fail it. Incineroar is indeed going to go for the Flare Blitz. And I personally think both of us are just going to drop. I don't think either of us are going to survive this turn. Unfortunately for me, though, he does indeed, oh, he's got a berry, never mind, he's gonna be fine. His Incineroar will be the last Pokemon standing, and I am going to lose. So, I lost all my momentum that one turn. That one turn, I figured that on the double out into Necrozma there. But, and obviously the fact that I have a super slow Gengar for absolutely no reason. Whoops, we'll write that one off. We'll forget about that. So hopefully we'll be in a matchup where we don't actually need Gengar next time. I am going to jump into one more for you guys, because I do want a second battle here, and I think we probably have time. Games with this team tend to go quick. Ignore that one. That one should have been over quicker. I mean, I had to go to the Ferrothorn win condition there. Not really what I wanted to do. But still sitting with a rating of 1692 right now, so hopefully we can win one more and jump back above the 1700s. That would be the ideal if you ask me. And we're going to see what we get here. Okay, hey, we're back. That doesn't seem like too big of a deal for you guys, but I've basically been waiting for 10 minutes to try and find another battle for you guys. But we're here, we've got Ramaru, I guess, and he does indeed have a Groudon. So I am very happy. I am gonna try and force this Infernape in, maybe a little bit too soon here. This definitely does not look like the matchup for Infernape, but I am gonna bring it in the back here. Honestly, I think I just lose. I'm gonna go Gengar. Slow Gengar, might I add, as we found out earlier in this episode. Didn't want to bring it to didn't want to bring it to the next match, but I'm kind of forced to here. I am indeed gonna go Gengar. That would explain why I keep losing to Speed type attack with Coco. But besides the point, we're here. I have Gengar. I am gonna force Incineroar, Infernape in the back here. Liepard, not the greatest of Pokemon to bring. Maybe Infernape's not a bad lead. I think I go. Let's go Gengar, Ferrothorn, Kyogre, Infernape. Let's go with this. This, honestly, doesn't look like too bad of a lead. I feel like he's probably going to lead like Instant by Instant Zern, I mean Kangaskhan Xerneas. He's either going to go Kang Zern or Torn Kang. Those would be my two guesses for his lead here. Could be wrong. Maybe he'll just go Groudon Xerneas, and I wish I would have led. Could have wished I would have wished till I would have led the Incineroar Infernape Kyogre. But obviously that's not going to be the case. But that's alright. So we're here. And Gengar Torn is going to be the lead of choice for my opponent. So now normally here I'd play the Speed type. But as we found out earlier, that is not a viable option anymore. I have no longer viable for me to play the Speed type. However, do I think he's going to play the Speed type? I'm going to go ahead and say no. So what I'm going to do is I am going to click Sludge Bomb. I'm going to click Sludge Bomb into this Tornadus. And I'm just going to click Leech Seed into this Gengar. Obviously, he will be the faster Gengar, I would imagine, unless he messed up his Gengar too, or for some reason decided to go, hey, I'm going to go Modest for my Gengar here. I think going Modest Gengar is the play. But I definitely don't think Modest Gengar is the play, so don't quote me on it. I'm just completely kidding. So if you're trying to build a team, I 100% think you need to go Max Speed Gengar. But actually, Ramaru has a rating here of 1655, so definitely worthy opponent. Of course, all opponents are worthy. I don't want to write anybody off, but he has the rating to back it up as well. So he is indeed obviously going to Mega Evolve his Gengar first, which makes perfect sense. And my Gengar is indeed going to follow suit, hoping he's thinking, oh no, it's going to be a Speed type. It's going to be a Speed type. And I can just, you know, stress him out, potentially bluffing the Speed type, you know. The opposing Gengar is indeed going to Protect. So he's going to think I'm actually crazy and going to go for the Speed tie here. But I am going to go for the Sludge Bomb into this Tornadus. It will not pick up the Knockout, which is honestly decent. And we're going to see a Z move from the Torn. Could be Z Tailwind. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Definitely trying to get that speed advantage here. That would not be a shocker. That's going to be Supersonic Sky Strike, so it's going to be going on the offense right here. Now I really wish I would have got that poison, because I would have been able to stop the... would have been able to 100% stop this Tornadus from setting up a Tailwind. And now in order to do that, I'm kind of forced to go into Infernape. Not Infernape, into Kyogre, which I really don't want. So I am forced into Infernape here. And I am going to fake out this Tornadus. However, unfortunately, I am going to take a huge chunk of damage from this Gengar in return. I'm going to do something a little bit more unique here. I am going to go Infernape Kyogre. I'm going to bait. Basically, I can't switch out. That's so unfortunate. Basically, I was just trying to bait the... I still think I fake out Torn regardless here. and I will go for the gyro ball. But I was trying to bait him to swap in his Gengar, his Groudon here, so I could get the water spout. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, or I'm going to be able to get that off. And it actually looks like I'm just going to lose. Because Gengar should just double Infernape, like hit Infernape twice here for the win. I would be shocked if he does anything else. Infernape obviously going to go for the fake out into this Tornadus. That will indeed pick up the knockout. Maybe Gengar wants to go for a Shadow Ball, but we're going to see a Sludge Bomb that's 100% going into Infernape. And that might just knock me out here after a poison. No poison, so thankfully, Gyro Ball now going to connect into this Gengar. It will not pick up the knockout. We will be just shy, and this game is going to be over. I'm unable to protect my Infernape here, and he should just knock it out. He obviously comes into Groudon right now. I really wish I was like Fling or something, but this game's definitely over. I'm going to protect Ferrothorn here and try to give this one my best shot, because what I can do is, basically this allows me to be predictive. Right? Because next turn he'll definitely try to swap out his Groudon, right? So by protecting Ferrothorn here, I mean I still have a chance to win this game. Not a good one, but there's a chance. I will go for the Titanium Z into the Groudon here if I get the chance to, which would be very shocking, and I will protect my Ferrothorn. So we'll see what he wants to go for here. Gengar is just going to protect, so he is going to allow me to get this Titanium Z off. However, this is probably the... Oh, Groudon is going to protect as well. Probably just baiting that Ferrothorn protect, so very smart play on my opponent's end here. As Ferrothorn is going to go for a protect, and now I will need to get a double protect in order to do anything here. Obviously, Titanium Z going for the protect, going to do about 10 damage to this Groudon. I'd be shocked if it does more than 10%. Basically, I'm on the back foot here. My only chance in this game is to somehow... that he's not very bulky with his Groudon, and Ice Beam can take it out into two shots. So we'll see. Maybe he's not very bulky. He could be max speed special. Yeah, it does about 10%. So right around the money with my calculation there. And basically, in order to have any chance at this game, it needs to be a double protect for my Ferrothorn. I haven't really been too lucky getting these kind of things recently, so maybe now I can pull it off. Ferrothorn going to go for the protect. It is indeed going to fail. Gengar is indeed going to go for the Sludge Bomb. That will indeed knock out my Infernape. And if this Groudon doesn't go for a Fire-type move, I will be shocked. Groudon is indeed going to click this Eruption. It will indeed pick up this knockout. Okay, so believe it or not, I still have a chance. And that's my opponent messing up and not swapping out his Gengar. Not swapping out his Groudon here. Regardless of that, I click Origin Pulse. If I can manage... If I crit whatever swaps in, I still have a chance. But personally, I don't think I'm going to be able to crit whatever swaps in. It is Special Gengar, or Special Groudon, so that gives me a chance. However, if I can, after this turn, if it's just Kyogre versus Groudon in the Sun, I personally think there's a chance. But I don't know what his last Pokemon is. If it's Incineroar in the back and he didn't bring Xerneas, 1, that would be super surprising. 2, he doesn't even have an Incineroar. So that would definitely shock me if he randomly pulled out Incineroar. So probably going to be the Kangaskhan, I would imagine. He is indeed going to swap out the Groudon here, which makes perfect sense. It is indeed going to be the Xerneas. That's also not surprising. If I can crit the Xerneas, I have a chance. Xerneas is going to get that Fairy Aura off. Gengar is going to go Destiny Bond, and that will end the game in style. So, very cool move for my opponent to have there. I kind of think, I like that actually. I'm actually going to miss the Xern. I was hoping to crit it. I'm going to miss it. Couldn't have missed the Gengar. That's alright. So, we did falter in this episode, but you know what? 4-2 with Infernape. I mean, Infernape did nothing. So, really, I can't even say 4-2 with Infernape, because Infernape was pretty bad. But, I don't know. I had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will be back with a new team in the next episode. Of course, anytime you guys have suggestions for what you want me to use, feel free to put them into the description, into the chat. This is not Twitch, Ryan. Please feel to put them in the comments down below. I'll try to get to them, especially if I find one I like. I'll definitely try to get to that as well. Of course, I don't want to be just teams I like having fun with. I want to see what you guys enjoy as well. But regardless of that, that will be it for this one, guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.